everyone, we're choosing another stitch for the stitch party this week. I'm Jewel with Friday Night Needlepoint, and if you're new here, we're pulling one stitch a week for 24 weeks and a thread color at random, and then stitching that on our needlepoint canvas here. If you want to get the canvas, you can get the free digital chart at my website. I'm currently out of stock on painted and the blank canvas kits for now, but if you want to be notified, just sign up for the restock notifications. So that's how it's going to go. Make sure to watch till the end of the video for a stitch diagram of this week's stitch. And don't forget to post your progress photos or videos to be entered into the monthly giveaway, which this month is a self-finishing bag charm key fob and your own custom initial canvas by yours truly. So more on that on the last video if you want to hear that. But let's pull our stitch for the week out of the mystery bag. And this week is Swoop. So Swoop was actually in our stitch off against Bargello Circle and lost, but I put it in here as kind of a dealer's choice just because I really love the stitch. And there may be a few of those in here, so sorry if you've already seen the stitches. And then I want to pull a color. I really hope it's blue. I think this would be a really good blue stitch. Woo! I got blue. Okay, perfect. So it's the dark blue, not the teal. That's what we're doing today. So I'm going to switch you around and show you how to do the stitch and walk you through it. And again, stitch diagram at the end or on my website. And hope you enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts about this stitch.
Okay, I just picked a random square and I'm starting again in the top left corner. I think that's where I like to start my stitches. But because this is a Bargello stitch, you can honestly start anywhere in the square. And we're going to go 2 stitch lengths across on the diagonal. We're going to do that 3 times, going towards the right. And then we're going to go down a stitch from our last one. And then we're going to go over 1 more stitch. So it's 3 across, down 1, over 1, and then now we're going to do 2 more down from that one, so we have 3 down. So in my head I'm kind of thinking 3, 2, 2, 3, but whatever works for you. And that is the basic block of the stitch. And then to get the wave formation, we're going to offset by 2 stitches. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you look at the stitch diagram, you can see that we hook onto our last stitch by going 1 intersection over, but we're going down the opposite way, kind of like our Scotch stitch that we did last week, where we're just now mirroring what we previously did. So down 3, over 2, down 2, and then over 3. And then now you're going to hook up from the S wave. Now you're going to go up those 2 intersections and kind of hook onto it that way. Again, I think the stitch diagram makes it a lot easier to see where you hook onto your last block. But then you just repeat this. And it's really important in this step to have your base stitch be correct, because the fun part of this is now we're going to echo this stitch. So I got this from Next Level Needlepoint, and the way that she does the stitch is she has 1 stitch length, 2 stitch length, and 3 stitch length to get the wave, but I really like doing a 2 and 3 stitch length offset from each other. I think it looks really nice. So that's what my diagram has. So now we're just going 3 diagonal across, and we are echoing the exact same stitches that we did with the 2 across. And this is where it gets fun. You don't really have to count or anything. You're just echoing what you previously did. And then now working to some compensation, where I can't go 3 diagonal because that's where the paint stops. So I'm just going to go 2 diagonal to fill out that stitch. And you might end up with some tent stitches for compensation, and that's okay. And I like to think of where the paint stops as kind of a wall. So that's where your stitches end. And then you do something else on the next part. But I think you really want to be selective with decorative stitches that you do and make sure you have a large enough area so your compensation doesn't end up like a bunch of tent stitches, if that makes sense. And then I just started to repeat the 3 diagonal on the other side. You can do the sequence however you want. I think to get the effect that you want, I would do all stitches going from bottom left to top right, or vice versa, to get the wave effect. And then now you're just echoing what you did with the 3 stitches across with the 2 stitches across. So 3, 2, 3, 2. And now I'm just filling up the square. It goes really fast. I know I sped this video up, but you're just echoing what you did before. And that is how the final square looks. So I did this with 1 color thread, but if you wanted to have it look a little bit more like a wave or have certain ones stand out, you could definitely use different thread colors, maybe a metallic, just to zhuzh it up a little bit. But all you have to do is get your base stitch the right way that you want it and echo it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this stitch.